Twins. Let's get into it. All right. Well, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Visions. The next episode, I guess we're going to be on our top 5 list. I guess.
top 5 out of 9.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be Twins by Trigger.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Trigger.
Yeah, that's episode 3 too.
Is it? Okay.
For those people who are wondering.
Oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and skip that second episode.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah, so Trigger is it's a pretty well developed studio with multiple animes behind it, like Kill la Kill, Darling in the Franxx, and Little Witch Academia. They've been around for a pretty long time. They have a very unique art style, which you can totally tell they took inspiration from their other shows, because it even has the same directors of Little Witch Academia and Kill la Kill.
Okay.
Yeah, and that director works heavily with that studio. I have his name. I would try to pronounce it, but Japanese is very hard.
Well, that's okay. But this is a very well-known studio.
Yeah, I mean, for what animes, they pumped out some, like Kill la Kill is like what known as like one of the more popular animes.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right.
It has a lot of fandom behind it and stuff.
So let's get into it. I mean, the premise of Twins, I guess, would be twin brother and sister.
Yeah.
Created of the dark side.
Yeah, that's what they kind of show slightly during it. They don't. They kind of say they were created by the dark side. They don't say who.
Okay.
Did it, like if it was like Sith scientists or just the Empire itself.
Okay.
Or if Palpatine had any involvement, but it's assumed that it's during the Empire Age.
Okay, because you can see them being created, but it doesn't go into like the context of who is doing it.
Yeah, you see a bunch of people in dark robes behind some 2 capsules,
Right? Yeah,
with babies in it.
Definitely, and they have a purpose, like one purpose in life.
Yeah.
Right. So, I guess we'll get into that. Star Destroyer. A twin Star Destroyer.
Yeah, they call it the Gemini class Star Destroyer.
Okay, because that's all they do, dude. Is they destroy planets.
Yeah,
that's their main goal in life. Is to destroy.
Yeah, that's
planets,
what they were built just to destroy planets, because they're supposed to be dedicated to the dark side.
Okay, so I guess this episode opens. You kind of like get a sense of the first character. I guess.
M.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, how would you describe her? Like her characterization, her look, things like that.
Yeah, so when she first walks in, she's got like that. It's almost like a mixture of Darth Vader's suit and the main character's Kill la Kill's outfit. It's kind of like a mesh of that.
Okay.
Because you got the shoulder pads that kind of stick out more, which is like from Kill la Kill, and then the mask is kind of Darth Vader-ish.
I felt like it was Darth Vader. Definitely Darth Vader.
Yeah, and then you got a skirt, the armor skirt, which it's small and tiny, but it's there.
It's there. Yeah.
So. And but they definitely took inspiration both from Star Wars and their other animations that they've produced in the past.
And it's very interesting because she's obviously the leader of that group, probably that Star Destroyer side.
Yeah, you can kind of tell she's more in charge compared to her brother.
Oh, okay.
I kind of get that vibe.
So this takes place on the day they're supposed to I don't know, not test, but actually like destroy a planet, right?
Yeah.
This is like their time to shine.
Yeah.
So this is what they led up to their whole lives, and at the very last minute, something goes wrong, right?
Yeah, so. Her brother, Cream, kind of goes missing, and their power crystal goes missing at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is a big kyber crystal, basically. Pretty much, right? So,
it's just a giant kyber crystal.
that's all the Sith do, man.
Yeah,
they got the big kyber crystal and destroying this world.
Yeah,
Alderaan.
Yeah,
comes to mind. Anyway,
I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't exist.
It's not there. I'm just saying it's not there. So, plan has been spoiled by one of the twins, obviously.
Yeah. They pretty much they kind of state like, oh, he's gone. It must be him for some reason. Like he betrayed us like instantly.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So they look for him because he's the only other person who's allowed into the room with the kyber crystal.
Yeah, he was the only person with access.
Right. And then they look and he's gone, so they kind of like put it together or whatever. But there's a reason why he did it. And it's nothing to do with the actual mission.
No.
Right. So
no, it was kind of like it seemed like a last minute choice.
Right.
Rather than like preparation over years. It's
and definitely and the twins are very different. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you were saying, she's very powerful. She's more like headstrong.
Yeah.
And like the mission first. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get this done. And he's more like, I wouldn't say like off the cuff, but he doesn't have like that planned mentality.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like
he kind of seems like goes with the flow type of guy.
Yeah. He was meant to he was always meant to be the second guy. It seemed like to me. You know, kind of like the follower and not the leader. So.
He was more relaxed. He's like, okay, sis, you take charge. I'll do what you say.
So then he gets a vision of the future, and the plan kind of goes awry from there because he sees that she's not going to make it, right?
Yes. Basically, it's just like he has this vision and she's going to die from using the crystal, and he doesn't want his twin sister to die. So he has like more love for her than the mission in the dark side, where she specifically states she will live and die for the dark side, even though she doesn't have Sith eyes.
But that is kind of the core of Star Wars, though. Yeah, that is very much like where your, I don't want to say where your loyalty lies, but what you really love from life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
she's very dedicated to dark side,
right?
Where he is more dedicated to her.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. And that creates the turmoil. So
yeah.
So she wants the kyber crystal back.
Yeah.
So she goes looking for him and finds him.
Yeah, well, he escapes in the what are those things called?
In the escape pod.
It's Luke's ship.
The X-Wing?
The X-Wing, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Because for some reason the Empire has an X-Wing in their bay, and that's his ship.
It's very anime.
It's very anime. So. The good guy's got to have the good ship. The bad guy's got to have the bad ship.
So she pulls the kyber crystal from, like, he's in the ship trying to leave. Yeah. She's drawing the kyber crystal towards her.
Yeah, at first it kind of seems like she's just grabbing the ship, but then she locates the crystal through the Force and specifically goes for that. Okay. Which destroys the ship. Actually, no, it didn't. For some reason, it looked like it did, but it didn't later because it was still there. Okay, we'll cut that out.
No, we're keeping it.
Okay.
But anyway, they end up kind of, I don't want to say dueling, but they kind of have like a hold of the crystal through the Force.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's kind of like a
tug of war.
Yeah, I guess like Kylo Ren and Rey.
Oh yeah,
the lightsaber.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, they're dyad in the Force. Anyway, so it ends up splitting, right? The crystal ends up breaking.
Yeah.
And he tells her why he's doing this.
Yeah, and you notice when the crystal breaks, it kind of presumes she's stronger in the Force because she gets a much bigger chunk than him. He gets a very smaller chunk.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of seems to me the reason why she's more powerful is because she's more dedicated to the dark side, and right now he's conflicted with his inner self. So maybe like he's not using the dark side to the full potential like maybe he used to.
Oh, okay.
Because right now he's conflicted with the light and the dark.
And that makes sense, and that's exactly like what Darth Vader would say, that you would have to be very like dedicated to the dark side to become powerful in the dark side. So that would make sense. So she has a bigger portion of the kyber crystal. He has a smaller portion.
Yeah.
She learns that he has his vision, and is like, "I'm ready to die. I'm ready to do this. Like, this is what we were made for. So this is what we need to do."
And when he shows her the vision, she was kind of confused because she's never had that ability before, and neither did he. And it's like, why all of a sudden does he have this ability that I don't?
Oh yeah, because it doesn't make sense that he would have that.
Yeah, and even when she's watching it, she's like, "I don't care. I'm committed, like you said. Like I'm fully in the dark side." So it's almost like he's getting this third sense, and she's kind of upset by it because she seems like she was the most powerful out of the two, and now he has something that she doesn't.
Right. Yeah, she's used to like being
the top dog.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, right. So she's used to having, you know, the superior power, I guess. But now, she decides to inject the crystal into her armor.
Yeah,
right?
She pretty much does what the vision stated.
Oh, okay.
Like instantly.
No second thoughts, right?
No.
Okay. And he is kind of off the cuff, like, what do we do? You know what I mean? So and he comes up with a plan too. He puts his portion of the kyber crystal into his lightsaber hilt, right?
Yeah, so they're like fighting. She definitely has the upper hand at first. After she puts the crystal in, she gets, you know, extra armor arms out of nowhere.
It's all part of the plan.
Yeah, and gets lightsaber whips. As he puts in, like, you know, the crystal, like you said, his portion of the kyber crystal into his lightsaber, and ignites it and catches the lightsaber whips that she threw at him.
Right. So the whips are wrapped around his lightsaber, right? Okay.
Yeah, and there was kind of a cool effect throughout the battle, which the bottom half of the lightsaber is like a whitish red, and then the top half is like a whitish blue. Oh, okay. So I don't know if I'm assuming that it symbolizes, you know, his struggle within the Force.
Like his change.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't know where he belongs now. He just knows he wants his sister alive.
Gotcha. That really makes sense. That really makes sense because the kyber crystal, the color always like symbolizes so much, in, you know, red and all that. So. All right. So what happens after she grabs a hold of the lightsaber?
You know, they fight for a bit. Obviously, because she's got the more powerful kyber crystal. Right. She's definitely destroying him in the battle. She's obviously the more aggressive, better. She's pretty much better at everything. Right. It seems like. You know, he gets knocked away, and his droid in the ship, Arduo, yes, kind of saves him with the X-wing, and he's, you know, they try to come up with a plan. Arduo comes up with the plan of like, oh, let's use the hyperdrive to like shoot you forward so you can destroy the crystal. Anime bullshit. That's what we call it. It's called anime bullshit.
Anime bullshit, huh? Okay.
And you know, they streak forward. He hits the crystal, breaks it, tearing off her armor from some reason.
I'm sure just enough, like right.
Yeah, just to,
not her.
yeah, just to hit the crystal. Crystal explodes, and then they go into light speed, and then they do that effect from episode 8, where it cuts the entire ship in half, except for her. And,
of course.
And they beam into hyperspace, leaving the twin ship cut in half now. So now it's even more useless.
But this creates her without her armor in space, right?
Yeah.
In space, and then her droid comes out and saves her.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now that's like her droid is a protocol droid.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
it reminds me of 000.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure Disney will never come out with.
No.
But anyway, that's the closest thing we're gonna get to 000. So
yeah, unless like they do it in the Mandalorian or like one of their TV series, because they have brought like the Dark Troopers in.
Oh sure, yeah, of course.
So
yeah, I think so. I think they do have a chance of doing 000. I just don't see them doing it well.
True,
because he is very methodical and very he loves the torture and stuff like
they might like
anyway
put a character in there like him,
right,
but not
yeah.
Anyways. Anime.
Anyway, anime, yeah. So she gets saved. He's on Tatooine.
Yeah.
And
of course.
Yeah. He has a new hope.
Yeah, he seeing the twin suns as the credits roll.
Yeah. But overall, it was a really good episode.
It definitely was.
Well animated,
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like the pacing was just right, I think. Some of the familiar things we saw, like obviously the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
The suit, like Kyber crystals, a lot of Star Wars.
There was a lot of twin symbolism within the episode too.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, the pacing was very good, and all the episodes that we talk about kind of fit that tone. Like for the shortest of runtime as they have, they tell a story and they tell it well in a very short amount of time. That you want more. You know what I mean?
Oh, agreed. Definitely. They could be definitely another episode.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
There could be a whole season.
Yeah,
and it would probably be really good. And like we said in the last episode, I'm interested to see where they're going to take Star Wars Visions, if they're going to add on to it through either graphic novels or if they're going to continue it with more seasons.
Right. Hopefully more seasons. I mean, it could be both,
Yeah.
It's well received, I think. This experiment that Disney did.
Yeah.
Definitely is something that we needed. So
yeah, it's definitely refreshing. It's everything I wanted out of Star Wars anime. Except for episode 9.
Just like in real life.
Yeah.
That's a good parallel.
Yeah.
A good parallel.
Yeah.
So anyway, any voices? I'm not sure if there was any.
Oh, Kreen, which is the male twin, he was played by Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh.
Which was kind of surprising.
Yeah, very much so.
And then female AIM was Allison Brie, I think her name is. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. But
anyway, they did a really good job.
No,
I didn't even know it was him. I didn't know it was Neil Patrick Harris.
I didn't either until I looked it up.
That's crazy.
I would have never have known. Yeah. I
Anyway.
guess he's done other voice acting before, so it's not his first time.
Oh, okay. It seems like he would. He seems like the type that would
Yeah.
like that, so. Anyway, it was a good episode. We enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the top episodes, so.
Definitely worth watching.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, 1, 3.
Yeah.
2 is fine. 2 is okay. It's more of a music.
Yeah, it definitely goes for a targeted audience, and we are not that age.
Definitely, yeah, sure. And, truth be told, I have a 13-year-old, and he's already not that age, so.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, great episode, and we'll talk about the next one that we like in a few.
Yep.
All right. Signing off.